Hello, in this video segment we're going to take a look at how to create a new definition and link it to reporting standards within the TIES gradebook. One of the new things that we've worked on over the past year is giving you the ability to not only connect a category, formative or summative, to an assignment, but also to link that assignment to reporting standards. So that's really what we're going to take a look at in this video segment. So when you go to your scores section, to the far right next to a class, you can choose Add a New Definition. And after you select that, up will come a screen that looks very similar to what you've noticed in the past. I can go ahead and type in a title for this assignment, and I'm just going to type in Physics 101-2. And for my category name here, I'm going to just choose formative for that particular assignment. And so that really is something that we've all been doing for the past couple of years now, using the title and putting it into a formative or summative category. I do need to change my due dates just to make sure that in my test account this saves properly. So I'm going to change the due date here to 8/20/2011. You won't need to worry about this in your actual grade book, but I have things set up just a little different here, so bear with me. There, it'll like me now. So one of the other new things that we have here is under the maximum points. Because we're all using this new 4-point rubric system, that actually is preloaded into every new definition that you have, and you won't be able to change it. So if you are given a 75-point test and you sort of are thinking the old traditional way, you're going to put in 75 points, it'll actually error out. And so that 4 value will need to remain there, and then you'll enter scores based off of that using your rubrics that you've created for some of your assignments that you have. Underneath that, you have a scalar weighting option. This is where you can really weight the individual assignment at a higher value. So if this formative assignment, or if it was a summative assignment, they had spent a long time on it, or something that you really had a higher value of in that particular class, you can weight it at a level of a 2, which is really like doubling the assignment, or you can put in a 3, 4, or a 5. Right now, we don't really have any hard, fast rules on the scalar weighting you can apply, so it's something you're just going to have to work and talk with your grade level team or your department and kind of find out how you're going to manage that as far as the value that you're going to place on some of those things. So for right now, you have some flexibility there. I'm actually just going to go ahead and type in a value of 1 for that scalar weighting, and then I'm going to scroll down and take a look at probably one of the most exciting areas on this data entry screen is where you can actually connect or link a reporting standard to that individual assignment. And so for my Physics 101-2 assignment, I can say, you know what, this assignment dealt with 3 reporting standards. And when I run a report, it will organize that report and it'll show me, here's a particular assignment, and underneath that it'll list the individual reporting standards, and it'll do a nice little report for you to get that breakdown, which is something that we've never had the ability to do in the past. So not only will you be able to see that as a teacher, but parents will also be able to see the connections between the assignments and what the reporting standards are for those individual assignments. And so, as you notice here, I've selected 3 reporting standards. I'm going to scroll down and click Save and Enter Scores. And this is where I can actually give that assignment a score. So I'm just going to sort of apply all here. Let's say I wanted to give everybody a 2.75. Just to really illustrate that you're not limited to putting in whole numbers. You can put in a 2, a 3, or a 4. You can put in a 2.5, or in this case a 2.75, and the gradebook will calculate that based off of the grading scale that we have in place. And so I'm going to choose 2.75 for that assignment and click Apply All. So every kid in this class has a 2.75 for that assignment. Now over here to the right, really just more of a viewing option for you is to see what individual standards are connected to that assignment. And so you'll notice here's standard 1, 2, and 3. And so those are the 3 standards that are linked to my Physics 101-2 assignment that I have in place. One thing I'd like to add here is if you actually want to give different point values for individual reporting standards, it's going to be best to create a separate definition for those reporting standards. So for example, if you have a 50-point test and you know that some of the points are going to go to say standard 1, and some of the points are going to go to standard 2, you're going to want to create 2 separate definitions and link those reporting standards that way. It's going to give you the best reporting flexibility and the best way to really get a breakdown of those scores as they relate to the individual reporting standard. The option I'm showing you here is just a very basic way for you to do the linking so you can filter and run some nice reports with those reporting standards. And we'll get to those reports here in just a little bit. If there's any comments you want to enter in for an individual kid as it relates to assignment, you can type those comments in here, and those comments will also show up in Parent View as well. So I'm going to click Save here just one more time, make sure I have it saved. And in our next video segment, we'll take a look at how this looks in some of the reporting areas. Thank you.